Before doing any such type of transaction with any unknown person, check twice or thrice, then you decide whether I can do the business transactions or not. If I've received any amount before 1947, the terms and conditions are totally different when compared to present scenario norms, whatever we have here. Warm welcome to 4th Sem BComs, and the subject we're discussing Business Regulatory Framework, Unit 4, Economic Law, Session 2. In our previous session, the meaning of FEMA, we have discussed it, and certain terminologies, whatever we have used in FEMA has been discussed. In today's session, we are going to discuss the regulation and management of foreign exchange and holding and repatriation, meaning of intellectual property rights, kinds, introduction to patent, and the procedure to get the patent. So these concepts will be discussed in the session. The first concept, regulation and management of foreign exchange. The provisions with regard to the following aspects, regulations and management of foreign exchange, are as follows. What is the provisions we have when we are going to do any foreign transactions? Provision as to transaction in foreign exchange. No person shall deal in or transfer any foreign exchange or foreign security to any person other than authorized person. The condition is clear that when I'm doing any business here, he should be an authorized person in that particular nation. If he is not an authorized person, if I'm transferring any foreign exchange amount, and if I'm dealing with any foreign exchange, so then it is a illegal concept. It should be a legal concept, means for only with the authorized persons have to deal the business concept. No person shall make any payment to or for the credit of any person resident outside India in any manner. They're saying that don't make any payment from India. They're saying that clearly, don't make any payment to or for the credit of any person resident outside India in any manner. They're saying that don't make any payment for the person who is not a resident of India, right? And don't get troubled in those involvement. You may lose your money and you may not get any authorized support from the government. So if he is an authorized person, and if you have a belief on him, and if you feel I can make the payment, then you can make, but it should be an authorized person only, and he should be a resident of India. And if he is outside India resident, if he is not a resident of India, and if we make the payment, getting of that money is going to become very difficult. No person shall receive any payment by order on behalf of any person resident outside India. Means some people will send money from other country to you where you're not an authorized person and he is also not an authorized person. And if you receive without knowing anything, you may be involved in the illegal activities. So before doing any such type of transaction with any unknown person, check twice or thrice, then you decide whether I can do the business transactions or not. No person shall enter into any financial transaction in India as consideration for or in association with acquisition or certain or transfer of a right to acquire any asset outside India by any person. Don't make any payment. Consideration is nothing but amount here. The amount what I have to pay for him for the transactions, whatever I've done, where the asset or any property which is outside India and we are residing in India, if I'm making any payment to the outside India without seeing the asset or without knowing properly, so then the government will never support you. Only through authorized people only the transactions are to be made. Provision as to holding in foreign exchange security residence. No person resident in India. They're saying that provision as to holding foreign exchange security etc. by residents, and no person resident in India. So here no person, if he is a resident only, he'll be called as authorized person, or else he is not eligible to do any business transaction. Provisions as to capital account CAT. Any person may sell or draw foreign exchange to or from any authorized person. By furnishing declaration, furnishing information to RBI, and duty of exporter of services. If I follow these terms and conditions, so I'm eligible to make any transaction with the outsider. If I'm not submitting the documents, or if I fail to furnish the details properly, then it is called as illegal transactions has been made between the person, and they may penalize me, or imprisonment punishment may be given due to not following the rules and regulations of the nation. Provisions as to realization and of the amount bringing to the country from other nations. In the following cases, possession of foreign currency up to specified limit, holding foreign currency account, foreign exchange received before July 1947, foreign exchange acquired by way of gift or inheritance, foreign exchange acquired abroad, any other receipt specified by RBI. So certain conditions are there where we have to go through and understand. The first condition, any possession of foreign currency up to specified. In certain nations where we are going to make the business, and if I hold that currency for a long duration, that will not benefit it for me future. So it has to be converted into cash within a specified limited period only, and later it may not be converted into Indian rupees. Holding foreign currency account, when I'm doing any business with any other countries, where having an account in the market as a foreign currency account, where the amount will be transferred from any nation and which will be converted into Indian rupees easily. Foreign exchange received before July 1947. If I have received any amount before 1947, the terms and conditions are totally different when compared to present scenario norms, whatever we have here. And next we have here the next concept, meaning of intellectual property rights. Intellectual property right is a kind of legal right that protects a person's artistic works, literary works, inventions, discoveries, a symbol, a design for specific period of time. They're saying that one. So where after making certain inventions, if I have invented any product, so for that I have to make the rights as to be preserved in my name with the support of the government. I have to register that one. Then I can use those concepts in the business. And if I have not done that one, anybody can take those concepts and where he can start the business in the same concept. And if he is registered, so his business will be legal and my business will be illegal concept, or my business cannot be considered in the default concept because my registration was not done in as per the act here. So if you invent anything, or if you're going to make certain changes in the economy or in the market strategies, if it is works out, definitely register those rights in your name for certain period of time. Up to that period of time, nobody can use the same concept and may be adopted or updated in the business part here. They have to get the permission from you, then they can use those concepts in the business. So what are the kinds of intellectual property are there? First one is copyright. So copyright is nothing but whatever the invention you have made, that should not be used by other people. You're going to reserve the rights, and if anybody has copied the same concept and he has projected those information in the society, you have all the rights to take action on those people. For example, I have written a book here, and the same information in the same manner and in the same concept, if anybody has used it, I have all the rights to file a case on him, or the information we have transferred, the same information has been transferred to other person without informing me. So then I can file a case on both the people here. So this is a concept what we have in the copyright. Second one, patent right, what we're going to discuss. Trademark, a symbol or any logo which are used for the business purpose to identify in the market. Geographical locations, industrial designs, and plant variety. These are the things where on these concepts I can register myself in the government for certain period of time, which supports me to be in the market for certain period of time, and later the same concept can be used by any person, or if I register the same, again the period will be extended up to the duration for what I have made the registration. Up to that period, nobody can use the same concept and make the business transaction in the market. Then I can file a case and I can claim the compensation from the people who have used the same ideas and concepts of the business, whatever I've used it, even though it has been registered and where I've taken all the rights. They have to pay the amount of compensation for me and the business will be winded up immediately. What is patent? Patent is nothing but exclusive right granted by the government to the inventor to exclude others from using, making and selling an invention for a specific period of time. See, whatever the invention I've made here, they cannot use the same concept, they cannot make with the same concept product, or they can't sell the invention within a specific period of time. For example, if I've registered for 20 years, they can't use the same concept and they can do the business in the market. A patent is also available for improvements to their previous inventions. If I've already invented and where I'm going to make some modification here, for that again I can, at the time of re-registration, I can take the patents. And the main motto of enacting patent law is to encourage the inventors. So to support the inventors, the government came into supporting for those people in the concept of patent, and whatever the formula has been used to produce a product, or whatever the ingredients has been used to produce a product, that can be registered, and where I can get the rights on all the ingredients and use it for converting that one into a finished product here. So that benefit will be given only to me, and nobody else can use in the same manner and even the same ingredients to convert the raw material into finished goods. I can file a case on those people. What are the steps are there to make the patent rights? The first step, it says that one, field of invention. What does the invention describe? What concepts I have invented here? How does it work in the society? What is the benefits are there with this invention? In the step 2, I have to prove that one. Involve a diagram, drawing and sketch explains the invention. I have to present that one in the diagrammatical presentation, drawing presentation, or a small sketch where it has to be disclosed to the government. Step 3, checking whether invention is patentable subject or not, means verifying whether anybody has already registered with the same concept or not. Then patent discovery, and the next step will be a file patent application. After all the 4 steps, the 5th step is nothing but here. Now I'm going to file the application for the patent. Publication of the application. Now publication is nothing but where I'm going to say that one, already I've made a application for the patent rights in the government and it is going to be approved. Request for examination is nothing but, it is very simple. The patent application is scrutinized only after receiving a request for RFE examination. After receiving this, the request, the controller gives your patent application to the patent examiner, where he examines the patent subject, new changes, lack of clarity, inventory steps, industrial application by enabling. All this concept will be verified and patent eligibility criteria will be confirmed only after verifying these concepts, and which supports the patent applicant to get the patent right on this product and other one. And step 8 is nothing but answering the objections made by the examiner and giving the clearance of objections by the controller. And the last will be once all the patent requirements has been verified and get approved, then only they're going to finalize and giving permission to the person who has applied for the patent. This is a concept what we had in our session where we learned the intellectual property rights as well as Patent Act and the procedure. Thank you and namaste to all 4th SEM BCom students.